insta gives Morphling's mana. But yeah, you're right. You pick the Morphling, your entire team strategy is going to be heavily dependent on how powerful he's able to get, how much farm he's able to get, so we can start running Riot later in the game. And it doesn't look like that's ever going to happen in this game. He's got 900 gold right now. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark here in about 45 seconds, and all he has is the 2 Wraith Bands, the Power Treads, and the Ring of Bassi with that 950. They need a miracle, and that miracle could come in the form of a Blink Dagger Earthshaker, but he's nowhere near getting that blink. Yeah, he's at 0 gold right now, almost 20 minutes into the game. Remy won't have his blink for a long time. Taku has his blink, and so does the Puck, but that Earthshaker blink can be so tide-turning.
I like the fact that he's actually managed to complete a Soul Ring. It's taken 19 minutes and a bit to actually do that. But this, just from that Soul Ring, you can already know that he knows that these battles are going to go a long time. He has to stick around. It's the only way he can do it. And Blink Dagger on the line, I think, is going to be the biggest thing. So we won't need the Blink Dagger on the ES. The line is going to be Initiate. And then ES has to have mana 24/7 to make sure he can pump up as many fissures as possible, as many slams, and be ready for that ultimate when he's got to drop it too. Got to be careful right now. They are trying to catch out Taku inside the trees. Bit of a miss there from Invoker. He was doing that blindsided. And the Roar comes out from VS to have a bit of a look around. And Morphling, this is what he shouldn't be doing. Morphling should not be here. Morphling should not be here for this fight. He knows that this lane is going to get pushed. That's fair enough. But stick in your own lane, farm it up as much as you possibly can, and then come in at the last minute. He shouldn't be here. 13-11 right now.
Pipe on the Windrunner, too. Scourge should be looking for a fight. I think, barring the worst of worst-case situations, if they can get 4 heroes in on that pipe action, GDT is going to be... I mean, that's going to absorb all the Earthshaker, at least most of the Earthshaker Fissure, the Puck ult, help deviate some of that Taku damage. Yeah, almost all of GDT's damage right now is spell damage. That pipe is going to be huge in the next team fight if it gets off on a few heroes.
It's quite possible. Actually, now I think GDT are using this Morphling as bait. They know, like, as far as the Scourge go, like, it'll be good for them to initiate, and chances are, yes, they would actually come off on top, but it's a chance they don't need to take. It's 13-11 in favor of GDT. The Morphling is slowly getting farmed up again, and the rest of their team are currently now just doing nothing in the different lanes. Like, the Scourge are going up, like, Space has realised that this is a freaking waste of my time. I'm going to go up and actually farm up the rest of my Blink Dagger, or complete my BKB, one of the two. And the rest of the team's just doing nothing at the moment. This is a bad stalemate for GDT. They're committing so much time, which they do not have, into this middle lane to allow Morphling to farm up. They need to roam, they need to gank, they need to pop off a couple of heroes just on the sidelines, herd the bank pockets of the Scourge side, while Morphling farms up the unchecked lanes. And
here's an interesting take. If the Morphling is able to get a couple items, and the GDT does survive to the 40-minute marker, so, I mean, we're looking at, in terms of right-click power on this Scourge team, we're looking at an Invoker Windrunner Sven versus that Morphling. And yeah, there'll be a lot of disable on the GDT side to help that Morphling out. So unless they can keep that heavy farm advantage, and right now the farm advantage hasn't really turned into any huge damage advantage right now for FTP. The Invoker has picked up a mech.
Oh, come on.
Phase boots
So, sorry, I'm just watching around this bottom rune right now, and both wards are freaking down. So there's nowhere to actually hide at the moment. I thought GDT might be able to get an initiation down until I saw the wards. Sorry, Mark. Sorry.
No, that's all right. BKB is up on that Enigma now. So he's going to be able to do that black hole for as long as he can. Let's take a look at the Sven. Yeah, they don't have anybody going really heavy damage. They're going to have a very tanky team.
Oh.
Very tanky.
Mid. Black Wanda was getting kind of ripped in the middle.
That EMP. Oh, nice quick transition to... Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to see a fight here. Just a lot of posturing on both sides of the river. What's Morphling's gold up to now? He's got 900 gold on top of him, an ultimate orb now. So it looks like he will be going for that Lincoln's first straight up.
I think FTP have had enough. They have had enough. They got all 5 heroes back in towards this middle lane. They're going to rotate themselves down the side and push towards this tier 2 tower. GDT are ready though. GDT, well actually no they're not. They were ready. They're up on the high ground. The blink coming on through. Lets off the impulse just to slow down the wave. He actually let that off and now the replicate is running around inside. The Morphling could use this but more than likely not. He knows if he jumps to it he'll be dead in a moment and it's just basically just stalling this team. But the FTP is stalling. The conversions get bigger. The conversions get stronger. They push the tier 2 tower. It's Raw goes off. So I'm hoping they're going to make something with this right now. Gives them a little bit of extra buff and a little bit extra speed so they can get themselves into positions a lot nicer. But the tier 2 tower now not a half. Puck goes in. Ulti goes off. Shackle goes off trying to hold him in place. Illusionary Orb back out there. The Black One had to do so as well. ES lets the ulti off and no one's died just yet. But the Enigma Black Hole will buy them the time they need. And the good swap there by VS stops him. Even with the BKB you can't stop your positioning going off. And we do actually see 2 for the Sentinel team. Do go down. We lose MYC and the tower is still killing that Invoker and will do so as well. Magic Wand charges. Will it be enough? Yes, it will be, but Morphling is there. Waves over the top. Encore gets a double. This is what they want. Even if it sacrifices his teammates, he's getting the kills from this one. The Enigma stuns were going off trying to slow him down, but the Morphling will retreat himself out. Doesn't have enough mana to keep this pressure on, but the tier 2 tower goes down. As far as like position goes, heroes going down for that one. I still think GDT can be happy with that one because it gets farm onto the back of the one hero that needed it to, and that is the Morphling.
It worked out okay. It could have been better, but definitely can't complain about the results for the GDT squad. Maybe if they could have somehow got Remy to be able to sneak out of there with his life, that would have been really great for them too. He's up to 800 gold now. He needs about 1,300 more. Now he only needs about 1,200 more, and he'll have that Blink Dagger. And if he could have just laid down that Fisher, got his ult, and maybe snuck out of there, that would have been enough.
But he couldn't snake.
That Blink Dagger can be so huge. Yeah, that Blink Dagger could be so huge, though. Having 3 nice initiators that can blink in, spam them all down, and then the Morphling can come up and mop up. But they need that blink. If they can jump on that Enigma before he pops that that BKB and then keep him stun locked, that could be huge. That black hole was brutal.
Yeah, literally that battle wasn't going anyone's way until the black hole got thrown down, and it was a well-positioned black hole. The only problem was he didn't get the VS. One of the main heroes you actually need is the VS, and they didn't actually walk away with it. And Morphling now, have you go a Fly on the top lane? Fly's going to be in trouble. There is enough to actually wave over the top of it. But Fly is, you got to remember, an intel hero, very, very squishy. Like, you got to be careful. Do have that pipe. We'll have that little bit to actually keep you alive there. And Morphling at the moment is unknown. There's no wars, not keeping tabs on anything right now to know if anyone's around. And Windrun actually heading down to pick up the regen rune at the top of the river to make up for the damage and mana she just lost. And can be very, very careful. Conversion's still farming up as well. Blink Dagger is only a hop skipper to jump away for Enigma. Like FTP, the only way they're going to lose is if that Morphling 1 gets farmed, and 2, if they leave heroes out on the side to allow Morphling to actually get a couple of picks off right now. I think the hardest thing for Morphling is, like, he's going straight for Linken's right now. He's going for the standard build, but he's 15 minutes behind it. You can't go Linken's and Blade straight off the cuff. He's going to actually need to throw an S and Y into the middle of that one to actually keep him up to the same level of FTP. It's going to set him back to now the 40-50 minute mark.
No one on FTP is really farmed. And that Windrunner isn't going a damage item after that pipe. She's picked up an Ogre, so it looks like they're going to be heavy on the BKBs to try and get rid of some of the spell damage and the disables, which could really play well into their favor. Oh, there we go. We got the action.
Enigma holds, but the pipe is right off. This is too easy for FTP. They can live, they can go off, and Morphling's going to get screwed in the backside. Luckily, it was only a replicant for himself, jumping that one out. Jay might go down. Taku! Oh, he picks up a double! And even then, the help is there. FTP, they did screw this up royally. They overstayed their welcome. They popped all their abilities. With no Enigma Black Hole, they lost their ability to keep on top of this fight. Windrunner is trying to escape right now, but the Black Wonder is literally shadowing him all the way through. Will Ethereal Jawn keep the vision up? No one's going to rotate towards the high ground. ES can't get close enough for the fissure, and Windrunner will escape from this one. But wow, that was a mistake. That was a huge mistake. Unfortunately for GDT, the kills didn't go towards the Morphling, but we did see a double kill coming out from Taco. It still doesn't matter. That shuts down the Scourge team, and that just bought them even more time. That like takes the Morphling's farm time back 5 minutes. It bought them time.
It definitely bought them time, and it helps them way, way more than you can think. Even though the Morphling didn't get those kills, everybody on GDT survived. That means everybody on GDT came out of that thing with gold, which is going to allow them all to pick up a little extra farm, catch up to the Scourge team in beefiness a little bit, and best of all, that just delivered them a blink dagger to their Earthshaker, who's got enough gold for it right now. Remy's going back. I'm expecting to see Remy land some fat Echo Slams. This should be good shit. Right now, I'm going to say that GDT has all the momentum, and this game is going well in their favor. The Lincoln Sphere just came out on the Morphling, so he'll be working on that Ethereal Blade now. If they can win another team fight, or the next team fight, Morphling will have that Eagle Horn shortly after, and they can probably even go pick him up a Roche, and then this thing is just all downhill for the Scourge from there. They have no right-click power on their team whatsoever, unless you count the... Well, no, not even the Invokers. No. He doesn't have any Exhorts, so it's not like, yeah. They don't have, they're just beef. They're all beef, and their entire game plan is so dependent on that Enigma's black hole, and God, did he whiff on that black hole up top. He didn't get a single hero inside of it. So,
yeah, that really, really hurt, and this is why I get very frustrated whenever I see an Enigma played. It's great when the Enigma gets the hole, but there's so many times, like even at the SMM Grand Nationals when we were there, it was just so much times you saw the Enigma black hole go off, and then the other team said, sweet, now we've got ourselves about 2 minutes where we can own the ground. Oh no, black hole's up again, let's just wait. Oh, black hole's, and the black hole's gone, let's go again. And everything, like the timing of the battle is just so, like, it's distorted by the black hole when you throw so much of your ability and of your team's lineup and their skills into this black hole, which I will actually say with a blink and a BKB and a Soul Ring, Enigma's in a great position to get that off. But if he doesn't get it right, your team ends up on a massive back foot and you're spamming up abilities which you wouldn't need to spam up to keep yourself alive to actually try and hold them off your towers. And now, towers, another one's going to go down up here on the top lane. GDT will claim this tier 1 tower very, very easily. They claim the one on the bottom too, so that's 400 gold in the space of 2 minutes, which has gone to every single person, and Encore gets the last hit. Exactly what they wanted. He's now only 1,300 away from completing that Eagle Horn. The Blade won't be far off, and then I hope to God he gets Ness and Y up nice and fast, because if he gets that up, then FTP are dead. They need to get that Morphling down. They need to get control back somehow, and with the Oblivion staff, Orc of the Malevolence is where they want from Windrunner, and they know they need that too. That's going to be her burst damage.
Did she finish her BKB yet?
I don't think she's going to.
Yep, she switched her build. They realized the need for right-click power. They have 0. Even this Sven hasn't picked up an item in ages. He's just sitting with that Power Treads and Ogre Axe now with the Planeswalker Cloak. They got so much anti-spell damage along with that mech, but what they gave up for all that was that they have no... Yeah, I guess I'm starting to sound like a broken record here.